Today we're looking at It Ends With Us, a terrific movie, and we have Angela and Nancy with us.
Hi.
Angela, tell us a bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Angela Medina, Community Partnerships Coordinator for Redwood Counseling. Prior to coming on board with the Redwood team, I worked as a domestic violence advocate for over 20 years.
Awesome. Yep.
And I'm Nancy. I am the Director of Social Services at Father Joe's Villages, an organization that serves the unhoused population. I am a social worker and I have worked practically all my professional life with survivors of crimes.
It is so nice to have both of you guys here because we're looking at a film that has domestic violence themes that run through it. Both of you have so much experience with this topic. Here we have Lily Bloom, who is sort of grows up witnessing domestic violence in her home. Her dad is abusing her mom, and then she's into a relationship as an adult with sort of rock star type guy, neurosurgeon, super handsome, and the abuse starts happening. And what's sort of so familiar, I think, to us who work in this field is that there are these red flags for Lily that she is ignoring. Mm-hmm. And so let's jump into this film. Now, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this film, it's a terrific film, but we're gonna show clips. The other piece is, this is a sensitive topic, and there are clips here that could be disturbing. And so, sort of keep that in mind. This is her as a younger
I
woman.
heard what happened last night. With your dad and your mom.
I don't. Okay, yeah.
Does that happen a lot?
She's sort of remembering these conversations she had back in the day.
So this is
So she's
Her
gone back
as a
in
child,
time.
as
Yeah,
a
back
young
in
kid.
time.
Okay.
She's a young adult, older teen here. First impressions of that clip. What do you guys think?
well, it looks as if she had someone who could be a positive person in her life. This young man who's hugging her, who's aware of her history, but that she's remembering her own history of abuse
Right.
as she's trying to figure out what to say about her father. So I'm glad that even though it is a domestic violence situation, she seemed to have had a positive person in her life, which is important.
Interesting too, because I think that these traumatic moments, they do come back into our minds
They do.
on and on and on over time, and as if we're almost back in the moment.
She's obviously struggling.
Yeah.
Thinking back about the dynamics that she grew up in, and this young man that she's hugging obviously made her feel safe.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what she's needing to feel at that moment, some safety.
That Atlas is sort of a heroic character in this
Oh.
film, and just really easy to engage or to feel like connected to him.
In one part of the clip, she seemed to have a flashback to a memory of her father hitting her mother. That stays with you. And I don't know if she was physically assaulted as a child by her father, but those emotional wounds stayed with you for life. And likely she might shut down some of her alarm systems and then eventually goes to grow up, ignoring some of those red flags. And it's not unlikely that this pattern of abuse gets to be repeated
Right.
in your adult relationships
Right.
if you haven't had a cycle of healing, for
Right.
example.
If you grew up in a home where pain and violence is mistaken for love,
For love.
then you're coming out of there pretty confused.
Pretty
And
confused.
you
Yeah.
can repeat the patterns.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
you become
easy.
a product of your environment.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You can see how someone rolls into, like, let's say their early teen years, having witnessed all that, they may just naturally gravitate to somebody who is also like that.
You're doing everything you can to get the healthy part of being in a family, the relationships.
Right.
And so you're working so hard at it. So then you gravitate to somebody controlling and possessive, and you have to work so hard just to get that little bit of love from them. So you're still repeating those patterns.
Yeah.
Anyone can be an abuser and anyone can be victimized, but you have to pay attention to the behaviors and the patterns of a person.
Yeah. And the behaviors are so key because many offenders, many abusers would love bomb you and say the sweetest things sometimes precisely to get you under their spell.
Right.
But the behaviors are the things that we need to look for, how they make us feel, whether we have a voice or not, whether you're having respect, whether you're an equal or not. And so it doesn't matter what they say, it's what they do that is important. But it comes from so many places. I mean, we have psychopaths, sociopaths, some people with personality disorders, some people with a lot of wounds that end up behaving in this way. But really, the behavior is the key for you to watch. And
For
how
me,
they
it's-
make you feel.
And so for me, it's really the power imbalance. That's what to
Yes,
look
power.
for is the couple sharing this power, or is one person dominating or manipulating?
Which usually is the case.
Right.
Well, it's a cycle. You know, there's the tension building stage, and then there's the incident. They go into then the honeymoon stage, which, you know, that's where the trauma bond is being formed, you know, because you just want to hold on to that
Or the love
honeymoon,
bombing.
the
Yeah.
love bombing,
Right.
and then it just starts again.
Right.
So it's just this toxic dance
Toxic
Yeah.
that they
dance, yeah.
continue to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it can be like that dance can happen like once an hour. It could be once a month. I mean, it could be that
A
the
lifetime.
tensions build slowly. And actually, I'm sure you guys have seen this, but kids, everyone in the family is sort of part of this in some ways. Everyone can
Yes.
feel it. And sometimes
Yes.
I've even seen with kids, they'll actually act out. As the
Yes.
tension gets higher and higher, they'll act out, become the reason why there's the explosion.
Yeah.
Even though the adult, let's say the mom gets the violence, they'll act out and just to bring the tension level back down. I don't think it's conscious,
No.
but it's
It's coping.
so much of an impact on everybody.
Yeah. And the kids become the symptom of a bigger problem.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
this whole dysfunctional system. Before we jump into the next clip, I just want to invite you to go to bestwaythrough.com. This is the site where we're promoting this idea that mental health matters. We've got some great t-shirts, we've got some great prints signed and numbered by the artist himself, which we're giving away. So go ahead and sign up for those. And are you guys ready? Jump into the next clip?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Let's do
Very
it.
good.
Look at you, honey.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't
No,
even hurt.
it was a mess. You should have seen
Yeah,
her.
I his
Making
hand, he
excuses.
got hurt too, so we're, yeah.
Hey there,
bad. It was-
pleasing him,
It was a
pacifying
beautiful
him.
mess.
Wait, so
She's
did what
troubled.
happened with the surgery?
Yes,
Yeah.
the sister looks troubled.
Probably the greatest day of my life. 20
And then he's right on to
hours.
Yeah.
27 hours?
I
Dude, the
wonder
only
if
thing
the
I've done for
sister was
27
also
hours is
involved
day
in
trade with
violence in her
Bitcoin.
home too, but
Sorry, I
Go
didn't
on a
interrupt.
DraftKings
I-
bender.
look how quickly they moved on.
Yeah.
Baby nails?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
he's
was-
so
yeah.
brilliant.
We're thinking.
And
we're
then
thinking
here's
something strong.
Atlas approaching the
We're gonna be
table,
big-time authors.
his restaurant.
Riff
R.L.
Aha.
Judy Bloom.
going to be the demise of our marriage.
How we doing, folks?
HP Love.
Hi.
How you liking your appetizers?
Oh, wonderful. I've had one bite of one thing, and this is already my favorite
What'd you go
restaurant.
for?
The Brussels sprouts.
Ah, Brussels sprouts. What about you? What do you like?
Oh, I'm impossible to choose. I give my regards to the chef.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's actually my mother's recipe. It's my first restaurant.
Love that.
Yeah.
I love the creativity.
Looking at him.
And
I'm an entrepreneur as well,
notices.
so I get it.
What's
Right there.
your deal? What's your thing?
Right now, we're looking to allocate capital in local Boston.
And now he's checking back
Uh-huh.
and he's seeing.
Not to be too forward,
Uh-huh.
what are margins?
I mean, he actually knows her better than he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
And so
chills.
he can read her body language.
Series A
He
and
knows
scale this
something's
thing.
up.
And he walks away in the middle of that conversation
Yes.
because he's shaken up.
Yeah. And I got
No,
chills.
just
My
keep saying
reaction was
allocating
he
capital.
knows her history.
I've been holding it for so long. I'm gonna go pee really
And
quick. I'll
she
be
is
right back.
back
Do you want
in
me to
that
come?
situation
Okay, good.
herself.
No, yeah, you guys keep
And I
talking.
can
I'll be right back.
imagine the anger. He could have saved her or helped her, well, no rescuing her, but my goodness.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's going through too.
Come on.
Yep,
What happened?
good job.
Come on, tell me what happened.
Nothing. I He burned his hand and I fell. I know. It was an accident, though. It was.
That was an accident.
Yes.
Challenge her.
Leave him. You gotta leave him.
I am not
Leave
your
him.
mother, Atlas.
Were you turning into yours?
Ooh,
Turning into your mom.
wow, that was a profound.
Let me out of here. Let me out now.
Lily.
And only a real friend can be that honest.
Yes. Yes.
And
Ooh.
the confrontation.
Don't you again, I'll cut your hand off and shove it down your throat, you piece of shit.
Now, I get nervous because that might put her in a very dangerous
So this is
situation
Atlas.
with this abuser.
Almost more than wasted your virginity.
He's losing his status of this golden guy. Ay, ay, ay. Interesting. It's quite violent.
Stop! Get out!
Kind of a violent response to violence, but
Stop!
So intense.
Go!
Get out!
Stop it now!
yes, get out. Well, I honestly got chills that this is like so difficult to see when someone is so charming and so self-centered. And it's so much disregard for her and her black eye. Also, that I wonder what happened with the sister as well. Did she have violence in her upbringing as well? But then seeing Atlas, which is interesting to me, he has this Atlas superhero name there. I wonder if it's on purpose here in the film, but that he is reminding her of her own history, their own history.
Yeah, and I can actually feel her tension. I could feel her, needing to pretend that she's happy and she's enjoying herself. I mean, just holding her face and just this kind of forced smile, just to make everything seem like it's okay.
And we see in the movie that there's sort of these two layers here, that he's protecting her, but she delivers it right back to him. I don't need you. I'm not your mom. I don't need you to protect me.
Which is common.
Yeah.
It's very typical.
Yeah.
You become defensive and,
Right.
you don't want to acknowledge that this is happening.
Right.
But, he knows her, and good for him for being honest.
Yeah.
She needed to hear that.
Yeah. What about this whole piece? That's a lot. Very intense, right? And he has a hard time controlling himself in that moment.
Yeah.
Wants to cut his hand off and shove it down that guy's throat.
Ugh. Yeah, it looks to me that they all have their own history with violence. That in many ways they have learned how to deal with it, cope with it in their own way. I can see in the whole cycle of violence that she's in denial, but this guy Atlas is responding with this protective quality that perhaps his mom did with him, at the same time that she's avoiding the reality, what is going on with her, while the other guy is acting as if he's
the only one that
flawless.
matters. He's the only guy in the universe. So this is apparently an accident, right? That she's been hit, that she's got this black eye. We hear that a lot. How do we as professionals helping folks, how do we make sense of that?
Yeah, accidents do happen, but it's excessive care for him. That is interesting. That sounded more like a physical contact. It wasn't an accident per se, but also, what is the pattern? If this happened one time, then fine. But there is a pattern. Is this happening? Is she making a lot of excuses for him? Yeah, I will explore a little bit more in terms of, has this happened before? What was his reaction after you got hurt?
And that's good information that we draw on when we're therapists. It's tough. I guess if you're a friend and you have that person as a friend, those are sometimes questions people are open to, but oftentimes they close the door.
They do. It's true.
They're just not. Angela, what do you see? Are people just open to just share all this information with you? As an advocate, as a domestic violence advocate?
Not automatically, not right away. It takes time. It definitely takes time, and so that's why it's important to give them that time, so that way when they're ready to share. Do
you have like a go-to that you use to kind of break down maybe that reluctance with someone that you're meeting that's been a victim of domestic violence?
Well, I usually follow up with them again on that. I bring it up again to see if they're open to discussing it. You know, but
Yeah.
I always remind them what healthy love looks like. You know, it seems as though there's a lot of accidents that have been happening.
Right.
So, yeah,
Right.
it's just it takes time.
Do you think that growing up in a home like this affects how she's going to be dealing with relationship and these types of incidents?
Well, most definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, she's going to basically model what she's learned,
Right.
and she's gonna probably learn the hard way. She's gonna learn the hard way and continue to these patterns of being in abusive relationships until, you know, she gets the help she needs with the trauma
Right.
that she's been exposed to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And what I have seen too is that it doesn't, I mean, we're talking about this young woman being impacted by the abusive behavior of her partner, but also her life growing up. But it also happens to men. There is a lot of violence for all genders, and some may repeat these patterns, but there might be another pattern which is suppressing this shame, this hurt, this trauma, and they might end up in relationships where they are either, perhaps not everybody, you don't have to be abused to abuse someone, but
Right.
either you might end up abusing someone or discounting the warning signs, ending up in abusive relationships where you would end up being a floor mat, for example. So yes, growing up in an environment like this, it shuts down your awareness. And if you don't know what love, good love, non-toxic love is, you gravitate toward the other side.
And I think it's worth pointing out too that people that are abused in adult relationships didn't all have abuse that they experienced when they were kids.
That's right.
They didn't all witness that.
No.
And it's very puzzling when
Yes.
you're an adult and this dynamic starts to emerge.
Yes.
And you love deeply this person that you're with. It's very confusing.
Yes.
How do I do this? How do I love this person through this?
Yes.
How do I protect myself?
Yes.
And do I speak about it? Do I keep it all secret?
Yeah.
You know, that person wants me to keep it all intact, and I get in trouble if I say the wrong word.
Yes. Yes.
How
It's
do
so
I
scary.
balance all this out?
What I appreciate about this movie is that it's showing quite a wealthy couple, quite professional, and it really shows that violence happens in every environment, in every family, and many people get completely blindsided if they never had this happen to them growing up and then end up in a relationship like this. They, depending if you know that this is not okay, if maybe you don't have some issues with your own self-esteem, self-regard, you get out quicker. But the cycle begins because you want to protect that person too, and your own standing.
And I think actually there's a moment when sort of the trap door closes, you're in it, and it just feels like there's no way out. You know, you just don't know where to turn.
Yeah.
And your head's spinning all the time.
Yeah.
And your intentions are good.
Yeah.
But it's so chaotic, you know, you're just kind of holding on, hoping that things are gonna
Change
kind of
and
like
improve.
like the world will get back on its axis or something. Atlas says, just leave him. What do you think? Is that an effective tool? Is that something that needs to be said? Is it the right way to say it?
There isn't really any right way to say it. I mean, it's being honest, and sometimes truth hurts. She's been love bombed, and she's just so addicted to this person too, and the way he makes her feel in those moments.
Right.
It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
It's a process,
Yeah.
and it's just so hard to let go.
Is there a risk, Nancy, saying that where, you know, Atlas puts that out there and then maybe that closes off the relationship he has with Lily because he's putting too much pressure? I mean, what are the risks?
Frankly, I don't believe that it works. I don't know when was the last time any one of us tried to change a behavior that was negative towards ourselves. like I'm going to lose weight or I'm going to stop eating sugars or whatever. It is easier said than done to stop doing something. One of the things that happen when we are in an abusive relationship is that we feel embarrassed and ashamed. And so when someone comes in with just leave him, it's like I don't want to deal with this problem kind of thing, and you just leave him and everything is going to be okay. Like Angela said, there are so many things to consider. What if you have kids in the middle? Financial issues play a role in there. What if it's a lot of love.
Support.
They love that. Yes.
Status.
And it's so much that you have to give up when you leave someone. It doesn't happen that way, but also there has to be a safety plan for someone to feel that they are ready to leave someone. So when someone says just leave, it means like you don't want to be bothered by my problem, but also you are kind of judging me, my own incapacity to leave someone, without considering that there's so many factors.
And if we get back to that power imbalance, which is sort of at the core of this, you know,
scary.
you have somebody who's a famous doctor, let's say, with all these resources, and you're saying, okay, well, I'm just going to walk out and I'm going to say this or I'm going to say that. But these folks can have just tremendous power to wreck your life, to get into you know, family court and all kinds of other things, divorce court, and
when
so it's a
someone
big
leaves,
step.
When someone is ready to leave, that could be the most dangerous stage.
It is actually.
It
That's
is
right.
one of the most dangerous
That's
stages.
right.
So we have to be very careful. It's not that easy.
Right.
At the end of the day, we should be safe.
Right. At the end of the day, his advice is right.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Leave
Yes.
him.
Yes.
That's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And thank goodness someone is saying that.
Yeah.
It's to her,
Yeah.
and someone that she respects so much.
Yeah.
So it's a good message. Following that up with threatening to cut his hand off and then punching him in the restaurant and ordering him out,
violence
I
with
think took it
violence.
way to another
Yeah,
level.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it undermined the message that he had delivered in such a good way earlier.
Yeah.
How much care there
Poor
was.
guy, he was reactive. But yeah, if you were to say leave, how can I help you leave? What do you need for you to feel safe to
That's
leave?
the conversation that
That's
needs to happen
That's
there.
a better
Right.
question rather than just
Right.
leave.
No, Lily, stop.
No, please just listen to me, please.
Promise me, Lily.
I know he was coming.
Stop.
Stop to me. Baby, please just stop. You stop.
Stop.
You please stop.
Just try to be still. Just try to be still.
She's even trying to
It's all done.
appease him
I'm
by
here.
going after
I'm here.
him.
Right, and then down the stairs she goes.
You fell down the stairs.
Oh, how nice of you, dude.
Don't touch.
He's a doctor, so he's able to patch her up, which is a loving,
I tried to catch
a
you.
loving
is
thing
even
to
more
do,
dangerous.
but
She's stuck
seems-
in.
Right, that cycle.
So she cannot even go to a ER and give the signal for I'm in danger. Because he's the doctor, he's in full
you know who you
control
Yeah.
of her wounds and the wound care.
Where are you?
He's scary.
Okay, who am I?
I don't care how cute he is. He's already so ugly to me.
What am I doing right now?
Wow.
Like he's programming that somehow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
5, and now. Okay. Tell me
Look
it's
at that.
nothing.
He is so skilled. He knows what to do. See, that is exactly why it's
Yeah.
so hard to leave.
Is that her survival instinct? You know, I have the sense she's have a concussion maybe, and you know she's woozy, and he's right there. And if I'm her, I'm not wanting to get into a big shouting match
Yeah.
that I'm going to lose, and I'm
Yeah.
going to get hurt even more.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he's programming there,
both.
or she's just going along. But first impressions.
Well, when she's chasing after him, you know, I could see that she's just so desperate to get that charming guy back. She's willing to do anything to just get him back. And, you know, with him laying over her and pretending now that he's protecting her and he's caring for her, you know, it's like he's rewiring her brain to make her believe that, you know, that he's protecting her. And so, you know, again, that's part of the love bombing there, you know, and, Yeah, I feel for her. I feel for her because he's a monster.
I agree with Angela that it's like you go through all this pain to get that little tiny reward of care. So it could be both her own coping mechanism, her own survival mechanism. She's in danger. He's really the cure for in the illness that she has.
Right, at the same time.
At the same time, and seems so skilled at gaslighting her. Like, I'm just helping you, and she's like processing that.
It's amazing how some people can tell you things that are not true, but tell you them in such a convincing way.
Yes.
Or we're so maybe vulnerable
Yeah.
that we just sort of okay, and it's like you say, almost like programming.
And she's falling into that codependency,
Yes.
the relationship, and by him walking away from her, she's feeling discarded.
See, and this is one of the dangerous things about relationship abuse. It doesn't have to be physical, which obviously he's pretty good at it, but it's this psychological, emotional abuse that is so insidious and stays with you. And then one of the things that work for abusers is that you start doubting yourself, that maybe if I behave better, maybe it is my fault, maybe I should care for him more. And it is pure gaslighting and lack of personal responsibility for his own behavior that makes it even more difficult for someone to get out.
While she's going through this process of the gaslighting and doubting herself, she's now losing herself.
Yeah.
She's forgetting who she is. You know, the powerful woman that she is, like successful and smart, and she's forgetting who she is now.
Right. It's almost like it's getting
he's
blotted out.
programming her,
Right. It's like he takes up all the space
Yes.
in the room, and there's no even room for her to see herself anymore.
Right.
Such an energy sucker.
So I just want to add that leaving is part of the equation, but that's really challenging. But I think that it's sort of on a deeper level. It's about believing that you deserve better. Right? And that's what's going to allow that leaving to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all those safety concerns and all those things that have to be factored in. But what's the motivation to leave? That's I need better. And I can't fix this person anymore. Let's stop.
Right.
Let's get rid of that.
Yeah.
I'm not fixing this.
And if you have that one person that you trust their advice, it's really important to, take that advice. Like, for instance, in my healing journey, and I had the opportunity of working with Nancy, she encouraged me to learn more about narcissistic abuse, personality disorder, because I didn't know what I was dealing with.
Right.
And she said, give yourself a year. Do not take this person back for a year. Focus on you and learn about this so you know what you're dealing with. And that really helped me because I didn't know what I was dealing with. And but I trusted her and I did it. And so it took time. It took time.
Sweetness.
Yeah.
Sweetness. And I think that other people who are watching this can relate to how we're actually all feeling right here at this moment. Because looking at these kinds of clips and just having these kinds of conversations, it brings up stuff from our past, right? Experiences we've all had.
Yeah.
And that maybe things about our own kids that we are worried about, or things that have happened in our own relationships. And then all of a sudden, there they are right at the surface.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Angela touched upon something that happens that is so needed, is just don't give up on your loved one that is going through trauma and violence. And it is tiring and everything else, but don't give up, because there will be a moment when what you're saying will hit them. And
Turning point.
Isolation is a horrible situation for any one of us. So when you have this horrible problem and that person controlling your every move, even your emotions and thoughts, and you have nobody that hears you, nobody that believes you, that is not judging you, that is telling you, take your time, and I'm here to listen, like, stay with that person, because eventually you will find a way. And it's so important not to leave them alone.
And that's where I want to encourage everyone who's dealing with these types of situations, especially if you're in a domestic violence situation now and you're the victim, get into some counseling, because that's a confidential setting. You're going to be able to speak about what's really going on without fearing that it's going to get back
Yes.
to the other person.
Yeah.
You don't need to report back to
Right.
your spouse what's being said in counseling. That is your space.
Yeah. Children sometimes are a big motivator for parents to leave a bad relationship. Like, I got to break the cycle.
On the other hand, I also
Yes.
see people will say, "Why did you stay in it?" For the kids.
Yes,
Right?
so
and
true.
this confusing
'Cause our father
answer,
figure,
because
yeah.
how does that help the kids to see all this abuse? How does it help the kids to see you being abused?
And in counseling, you could learn that is
And you
not
hear
Right.
people tell you, well, your children need a dad, but do
Right.
they need a dad like that?
Right.
That's
Who's
not being a
saving
dad.
them from
Right.
dad.
That's not being
Yeah.
a dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, so you hear different things from different people, and it can get so confusing.
Right. And the kids don't lose their dad because the relationship doesn't work out. They get to keep their dad, but they get to learn about healthy boundaries
Yes.
and what it means to set those and to maintain them. And
Yes.
and it also models, this very protective stance that we take with them. We can't expose the kids to that over and over.
Yeah.
Sometimes they think, victims feel, well, if I have a child, it's going to make it better. It actually makes it worse.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
That's
it
a
brings it because
triggering
now
thing.
these are more responsibilities, and
Right.
it brings more tension
Right.
to the relationship.
Right.
I mean, it should be a happy time, but in
Right.
reality, it kind of amplifies the
And
abuse.
I think too, you have the abuser who's always making excuses, right? It's always you. It's always you're wrong. You have to. If you could just see the world the way I see it, which today is different than yesterday, but
Yeah.
aren't you with me?
Hey.
Wanna hold her?
Oh, another creature to abuse.
Yeah.
Still here. I know.
There you go, little babies. Promise of a future.
Yeah.
Oh, what a cutie pie.
I'm your daddy.
You sure?
See, she's reassuring him. It seems
Yeah.
like in that
she's,
moment.
She's
Yeah.
skilled at
I was thinking
managing
we can
him.
after, brother.
That's what you have to learn.
Yeah. That look. He has these looks.
Yeah. Emerson. Oh, we can call her Emmy. What do you think?
I think it's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me.
Oh, wow. That's a bit narcissistic, too.
Uh-huh. The theme
I mean,
is
that's
there.
a
Look,
lot narcissistic.
And those are the red flags.
Yeah, like it's for me.
Right.
Okay, now you have,
Yeah.
you're a dad, but you're not a good man.
Hi, beautiful. I'm your daddy.
You can see there's a look though for her, like I'm done with this.
Yes. Yes.
She's playing this out,
Keep you
but
safe,
Good
Emmy.
for her.
yeah.
I'm gonna keep you safe.
I'm going to keep you safe.
Uh-huh.
Wow. How? How? You going to lock that baby up?
I want a divorce.
Sorry. But that is the dangerous
That's not
part. Do not
Yes.
announce it. That's when many victims get killed. At that moment, especially if
Stop
someone
being
is
a
very
means to her.
narcissistic,
Yeah.
it
It's
is
a high risk moment.
Yeah,
You know? Look at her.
high
What
risk
if one day
moment.
she
Because he's
came
a
to you and said, "My
wounded
boyfriend
child,
hit me," what would you
and
say
she's
to her?
his possession. And her leaving
Or she said,
decreases
"Daddy,
his
my
status
husband pushed
and
me
his
down the
power."
stairs, but he said it was an accident, so
So
it's
she's
fine."
confronting him.
Ah, scary.
If she said her husband held her down and she begged him to stop, but he swore he'd never do it again, what would you tell her? The person she loved was hurting her. What would you say to her?
What would he say to his daughter if she said those things to him?
That's great. She's aware.
I would beg her to leave him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'd beg her never to go back.
There's understanding there on his part.
There is. I mean, we hope there's hope.
Such a good mom.
But that's when someone is dangerous.
I got you. Yes, my love.
Okay.
Might be cinematically, it's nice to hear that he could have some self-reflection, but they usually see that as a threat to themselves.
Right. And in that moment, he might feel that way.
Yeah.
But as he ruminates over it, over the hours or days that go on, it fuels that cycle, you know?
And if she doesn't have the resolve, that response he gave her will give her like, okay, maybe this time will be different. And then the cycle will continue.
Yeah.
I have yet to meet the person who changes overnight.
Yeah. All right.
There you go, Buck.
They'll say they will,
Yeah.
or that they have,
And they might want to,
on some level.
on some level, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm worried that he'll control
Stops
now.
right
They'll want to
here,
control the
Papa.
child
Yeah,
and what their co-parenting
Oh, that's
relationship's
right.
going to look like.
That's exactly right.
It ends with us.
I love that line.
Yeah.
And I love that line right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
She's breaking the cycle.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Wow. Impressions. Angela.
Well, you know, I'm proud of her being so brave, you know, and when you have a child, you give up your right to be selfish. So she's really putting her child first. And it's going to take work because I wonder what their co-parenting is going to look like.
Right.
But she's thinking clearly and she knows what she's dealing with. And so I'm very proud of her.
I'm proud of her too. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, it's lovely. And I'm also thinking about it like it's nice in the movie, but my own red flags are like up. Like
Safety.
I hope you have a lawyer. I hope you have your support system. I hope you have a place to go to, because he is going to feel devastated that everything that he built up, that gave him this high importance, is out now, and that may trigger him to stalk her, and they're like Angela said, not overnight. And so this is abusive, addictive behavior. So what is he going to replace this family with? What is he going to do? So I would advise anyone who is ready to leave. Honestly, I got scared. My first reaction is like, you don't tell a guy with such level of violence that you're leaving him. That scares me. Don't reveal your plans. Your safety is number one.
Make sure you have that
Protect
all in
yourself,
place
all
before
in
you
place.
get started.
But then let's say she's successful, he's reflective, get your support system because he is very charming.
For folks who are dealing with this right now, the hotline.org is a tremendous resource for you.
Yes.
It is a place where you are going to see lots of information, safety plan, all kinds of stuff that you don't need to start counseling to go and see.
Right.
Go check that website out. They have counselors that are available and accessible. Doesn't cost you a thing. And some great groundwork for understanding your domestic violence situation better and preparing for those steps. Think it through, strategize, pull those pieces together. Yes.
She's in a hospital setting. She might have resources embedded within a hospital, of course, some social workers maybe that she might be working with. This might be a safe place to tell him. At the same time, there's so many ways to get out when you're ready to get out that don't involve letting him know. What about packing your things and he will find out when the house is empty and maybe leaving a letter? I mean, there's many ways, many survivors will do this. I guess for the movie, she's in a safe place, but I still say try to exit in a different way that he wouldn't know where you're going and be really safe.
Certainly more complicated when you have a child
Yeah.
because there's all the child custody issues and all those things. But that's where, again, we need to include and involve professionals who can really help guide you along this path, so
And
you're
community.
not making the mistakes. You got all these red flags, you know exactly that you should leave, and boom, you're back. Angela, how's that work?
Well, you know, if you don't heal those traumas inside of you, if you don't work on yourself, you will find yourself in an abusive relationship again. So, it's a pattern. It can become a pattern too if you don't get the right help, and it hurts when you have to look within yourself to know what is that you're doing to fall in these patterns again. But it's liberating when you find out.
Yes.
It's so liberating, it's empowering, and then it becomes your superpower.
Yes.
You know, so
yes,
it takes work. It takes work,
and
you
that
got to
is
give
key.
yourself grace in the process.
I agree. I love it. I love everything you said. That is key because you've been so disempowered. You have been made, anyone going through this have been made to feel so small.
Right.
Then you recovering yourself, you finding your worth, you finding your capacity is so empowering. And it's like, I am no longer your victim, but you may go back to the cycle depending on so many things, whether you're early in the healing process or something happened that you needed that extra financial support. I mean, there's so many reasons, almost like not equal, but with addictions, it takes us many times. Hopefully you don't die in the process.
Right.
But it will take many times for some people just until they finally get it.
Well, so this has been a tough episode.
Yeah.
A tough film to watch.
Yeah.
But necessary.
But so important. So many people are feeling trapped or feeling that they can't make this better. Let's do some takeaways for our viewers. Nancy, tell us a takeaway for you from what we've talked about.
The last clip, there is a way out. There is a way out, and there is a way through it.
Right.
And you can heal yourself, and you can get support, and you can get out.
And you have a choice. You can make a healthy choice.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
And you deserve it.
Angela, is there a key takeaway for you?
Again, the last clip, you know, that she found the strength and the power to end it there and to make her child a priority, just to end the cycle. She ended it.
I mean, for me, it's love isn't supposed to hurt.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, that's just straightforward. And it doesn't mean just physical hurt, it's emotional hurt. And if that's happening over and over, that's the sign. That's all you need.
That's it.
You don't need
and
more.
it took her having a child, because we can endure so much, but when we see it happening to our child, that's a whole different story.
Different love.
Yeah.
Right. So this was wow.
Wow. Yes.
Just so
Yeah.
I want to just thank both of you for coming
Yeah.
and watching this film and
What a
watching these clips with me
what a great
and
opportunity.
sharing your experience with this topic. We would love for you guys to subscribe to our channel. We would love for you to like this video. It helps us to spread the message, which, by the way, this conversation is all part of a mental health awareness campaign that we're doing. And you can see all that at bestwaythrough.com. We're giving away some really cool shirts. We're giving away some great prints signed and numbered by the author himself. Get on that website and sign up for those. I'd love to deliver some of those to you. You know, we have a little thing that we like to do here. I don't know if you're willing to join me on this, but the quote that we built this campaign on is a favorite quote of mine. The best way out is always through, which is from Robert Frost. So would you guys mind joining me?
Love to.
And we'll just end on that note. The best way out
Out
is always through.